Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon, everyone. We are going to take a second crack at the Isle of Cats solo. I'm recording this video sometime after having recorded a live playthrough in which the video says it's 51 minutes and 51 seconds long, which is about what it should be, but when you watch the video there's only 16 minutes of footage, so I'm not sure what YouTube did to my video, but if you did happen to be checking out the video for the 24 hours or so it takes me to get this video uploaded to YouTube, I apologize, but as soon as this one gets uploaded I will take down the other one. So in this video we are going to go through the steps of how to play Isle of Cats, specifically for solo mode, and then we'll play through a full playthrough. The game actually plays very quickly, so I figured there does not need to be an extended playthrough video for this one because everything should go pretty fast. So the objective for you as any human player, whether you're playing solo or multiplayer, is to fill up your boat with cats. The cats are these polyomino pieces of various, Tetris style shapes, and you want to essentially fill up as much of the boat as possible. You'll see that there are various rooms here which are walled off and have specific symbols. This is actually one little tiny room up front. This is a room, 1, 2, 3, one in the back, and then the deck here is considered one room. So for each room that you do not fill completely is a 5-point penalty at the end of the game. And every rat that you leave uncovered is a 1-point penalty. So essentially you are starting in the hole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 35, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So whatever 35 plus 19, you're starting that many points in the hole. So your objective here is to obviously cover up as much of that as possible, to dig yourself out of the hole. Then you're going to score points for groupings of cats that touch each other of the same color. Those are going to be referred to as families. So you can see over here there's a range of score everywhere from 3 cats together in the same family is 8 points to 10 cats in the same family is 40. I'll also get points for putting out these yellow colored treasures. These are tricky to see, but you can see these are orange shaped. These are a finite pile that start out the very beginning. These are common treasures. These will pull from the bag. So I actually pulled these 3 out as I was pulling out these 8 cats here. I get points for these in my boat treasure, rare treasure that I find, and I'm also going to get points for lessons, and we'll talk more about those as they come out in the cards that I'm going to draw in my solo drafting phase. So that's essentially an overview of the game. Now, how the AI works is it's quite unique in the fact that the AI actually scores off of your boat. It doesn't have its own boat. It's not just randomly scoring points. It is actually physically scoring off of what you place into your boat. The AI is called your sister, and your sister has ridden out on the boat with you and is basically pilfering the best parts of the cats that you rescue off the island. So your sister always has 3 cards here which are randomly selected, and that's what makes the solo mode so beautiful, is every game is different. So for her, she's going to gain 2 points per cat in the largest family. So whatever family I have the most of, she's going to gain 2 points per cat in that family. She's also going to gain 4 points per unspent fish. Fish are your currency. I am going to need to spend fish to keep cards after the drafting phase. I'm also going to need to spend fish to lure cats into the baskets like this, which gets them onto the boat. So you need baskets and fish to get your cats onto the boat, and you need fish to get cards that are going to help you throughout the game. So if I can get through the game with spending exactly the right amount of fish that I've accumulated, she will gain no points. She'll gain 5 points per lonely cat. A lonely cat is somebody who is not touching another cat of his same color. So is basically in a family of 1. And then this last one here is an advanced solo lesson, so I'm playing on the medium difficulty. The standard difficulty always has 3 solo lessons, and then there's a deck of advanced solo lessons. You throw in 1 or more depending on how hard you want to make it. So this one says 1 point per cat touching the edge of the boat. So I'm going to have to put my cats in around the interior of the boat. Well, now you're saying, well, then how do I fill up a room without getting penalized? Well, that's where treasures come in. Treasures are great ways to fill in normally tiny little spaces that get left behind when cats don't perfectly fit together. But in this instance, I'm going to have to put all my treasures around the outside to fill in these rooms, and then hopefully they're rare treasures, as I'm going to score points off of them. She's also going to score points for the specific colors. So right off here at round 1, we get to draw her first card, and this is telling us that she's going to gain the most points for red cats. So I actually want to stay away from red cats. I don't want to put red cats on my boat because my sister is going to score for them. She's going to score 5 points per red cat. Now the next color that comes out next round is going to be 4 points for that color, then 3, then 2, then 1. So I don't know at the beginning of the game what color cat is best for me to put on my boat, aka gives her the least amount of points, but I at least know to stay away from red. The last thing we have for the solo here is the solo basket deck. This is simply going to tell us how many rounds of cat trapping the sister gets during their phase, and essentially that just removes cats from our selection here, and I'll show you that once it happens. Okay, so let's get on with the round phases of a round here, and the rounds are essentially 5 days. There is this whole backstory to the Island of Cats, which this evil warlord Vesh is coming towards the island to burn it down, and so we're trying to get as many cats off the island as possible. So this counter represents how many days we have until Vesh arrives. Once Vesh arrives, we have to get the heck out of there and hopefully have scored more points than our sister. All right, so you always start a round with gaining 20 fish. Again, that's your currency. Any fish that you carry over from the previous round, you get to hold on to, but you always start by gaining 20 no matter what. What I like to do is keep my 20 fish over there until I've figured out how many cards I'm going to buy. Then I will reduce that amount from the cards I want to buy and just take the amount of fish less the cards I bought, if that makes sense. It keeps you from having to count out 20 and then put some back. So we're going to skip that phase for now, but most people probably go ahead and gather 20 fish and then spend them. So now we're going to move on to the explore phase. In a multiplayer game, you would normally draw 7 cards, and then you do a drafting, kind of like 7 Wonders, where you would pick 2, keep them for yourself, and pass your deck. And you would keep going around until basically everybody has passed them around, and you end up with another 7 cards, but they're going to be a different 7 than you started with. In the solo mode, since I have nobody to pass to, what I'm going to do is draw 5 cards, pick 3, discard 2, draw 5 cards, pick 3, discard 2, and then I get the top card off the deck. So let's go ahead and just do this first half of the explore phase, because the explore phase is technically a 2-part phase. So let's look at our cards here. All right, so these 2 green cards represent baskets in which I can use to capture my cats. Remember, I need a basket for every cat I want to capture, and I need fish. All the cats on this side of the island cost 5 fish to capture. All the cats on this side of the island cost 3 fish to capture. So what you see right now are 2 broken baskets, 2 halves of a basket. So I actually can combine these together to create 1 basket. Now the boot symbol on the bottom here is for speed. Speed is only used at the beginning of the round to determine who goes first. And so whoever has the most number of boots, for example, this equals 3 boots, gets to put their cat at the top of the round order for that round. So these are both pretty handy. This one's definitely handy because I'm sure I'll get some more half baskets, and it's free. This one will cost me 2 fish. The next color card here we're going to look at is yellow. Yellow cards allow you to gain treasure. You can either, this card, once you pay 2 fish, will allow you during the rare finds phase, which is the last phase of each round, to either take a rare treasure or any 2 common treasures. Again, this one costs 2, and then you spend it basically at the end of the round, or you can carry it over from round to round. So these are always good to have. I actually did not plan it this way, but I guess I just shuffled well that I got most of my colors out. There is one other card type similar to the treasure card, and those are brown. Those are your Oshax cards. They're going to be very expensive, but allow you during the rare finds phase to pick up an Oshax that is right here. Blue cards are your lessons. So there are public lessons and private lessons. Private lessons just say lesson at the bottom. Private lessons are going to, and especially in a multiplayer game, they sit in front of you face down. You are the only one who knows what this criteria is. Public lessons, however, especially in a multiplayer game, you play down kind of in the middle of the board. They are public knowledge to everyone, and everyone can score those points. Whereas this one, only I will be scoring those points. In a solo game, it doesn't really matter because the sister already has her lessons out here. We know what her lessons are, and that's that. So this one says 7 points if you have exactly 3 permanent baskets. Now this one's kind of tricky at the beginning of the game because you have to basically get cards, specifically purple cards like this, that are going to tell you to discard certain things to gain a permanent basket. I may never see those cards. There's a big, huge stack of cards here, and I'm only going to go through like a third of the deck. So remember, I have 5 cards here I need to choose from, and I need to discard 2. So I'm definitely going to discard that one. This one is an anytime card. Anytime cards you can play at any time, and once you've paid for them, they basically sit in your player area, and then when you want to play them, you just get the effect. This one says I essentially get to rescue 1 cat. When I rescue 1 cat, I can get 2 instead. So I have to pay for them in fish, but I can rescue 2 cats with 1 basket. So I'm definitely keeping this one, definitely keeping this one, and I'm definitely keeping the free one. All right, so I have chosen my 2, and every round I'm not going to go through in this much detail, but since this is the explanation phase, we're going through in more detail here. All right, so in my next set of 5, I have 2 more ticket treasure cards. These are always hard to pass up, so we'll put them down for right now. So this one says discard any 2 treasures to gain 1 permanent basket. This is handy, but again, I'm going to need a lot of treasures around the outside of my boat to beat my sister, so I don't think I can use that one. And this one says 1 point per common treasure on your boat. That's actually should be pretty handy. And this one says 1 point per lonely cat on your boat, which I'm going to aim to not get any lonely cats, so that's an easy decision. All right, so I have 6 cards now. Here is my 7th, and it is another basket. It's a pretty expensive basket, though. It's only 1 basket, but it's 3 boots. But it's going to cost me 3. So let's take a look at what we have here. I think I am going to need to buy that, though, because... All right, so I think I do need that one. That's 3. That's free. I want at least 2 of these, so that's 7. And 4 more is 11, so I think we'll stop there. I will, even though I decided to keep this out of my 5, I don't have to pay for it. Now that I have my 7 cards, I can choose which ones I want to spend fish on. So I've got 2. I don't need a third for right now. So I basically have spent 9 fish. So what I do is simply draw 9. All right. So normally now at this phase, you would do the read lessons phase. In a multiplayer game, this is when you want to read out your public lessons and put them out on the table, and you want to declare, you have to declare to other players that you have a private lesson. You don't have to reveal it, you just have to say, I have a private lesson, and the other players need to be able to count how many you have face down. And then you can take your treasure cards and your anytime cards, put those somewhere nearby. Again, if you're playing multiplayer, you would probably just keep them in your hand, but solo, I lay them down in front of me. And then you need to decide which cards you're going to send out adventuring on this day. Well, this card is useless right now because I don't have the other half, so I'm going to save this for another round. I will, however, send this 1 card, and I always have access to a permanent basket. So once I spend this card for its boots and its basket, it gets discarded. But this permanent basket I can use, flip over, and then at the end of the round I'll flip it back. So basically I am going to be able to rescue two cats, unless I use this card. And I have a speed of 3. So at this point, normally everybody would kind of hold tight to their vests what cards they're playing this round, and then everybody would reveal at once, and you would rearrange the turn order track. In a solo game, we go over to the solo basket deck, and we see that they have 1 basket and 5 speed, 5 boots. So they beat us. So they're the purple token here. They get to move up to the top of the island, but they only have 1 basket, which means they're only going to need 1 card, and this is that 1 card. If this was 3, we would draw 2 more cards to draw from, and they would choose from, 3 rounds of choosing cats. In this instance, however, they're going to go first with their first basket, and they get to pick cat number 6 and cat number 1. And you do them from top to bottom, because sometimes removing one changes the order of the later ones. So at this point, you just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is gone. Now, if that other number had been cat 6 and cat 7, cat 7's now this one instead of it was this one, but it doesn't. It says cat 6 and cat 1, so they're taking away those 2 cats, and now they're done because they only brought 1 basket. I don't have to worry about them for the rest of this round. So let's spend our 1 basket somewhere. Remember, we don't want red, so this guy's out. This guy's out. Unfortunately, I don't know what the remainder of the cats are, but another tricky thing here is that these treasure maps here, which are specific colors, if I can place a matching cat color over top of a treasure map, I get to gain a common treasure immediately and place it in my boat. Obviously I need those, but you can also see that 2 of these, 1, 2, sit right on the edge. So there's no way I can put a cat here, a green cat here, and not give her 1 point. But it's not the end of the world here. What I'm thinking about doing is going ahead and purchasing this one. Even though it's touching the edge of the boat in like 2 different sides, it's still only 1 cat. And then I can use treasures to fill in this, and then just kind of build in from there, possibly like this. So I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, I know I pulled these without paying for them, but it's a solo game, so I can do what I want. So I'm spending 1 basket here. I drew that fish. I have to pay for it with 5, or that cat was 5 fish. This one was 3. 1, 2, 3. In this instance, I will spend my permanent basket by flipping it over, and I've placed them down. Means I'm gonna have 1 fish left over, and technically I should have drawn a common treasure at the beginning of the game. I mean, as soon as I laid this one down, we're gonna put that one right there. I'm gonna hope that a rare treasure comes out that's just this exact shape. Otherwise, I'll have to get 2 common treasures to fill in this spot there. All right. So right now I've given her 1 point, but my greens are no longer lonely. And yeah, I only have 1 extra fish, so I'm doing good there. So far, we're doing good. And I've essentially done everything I can. Now, I've rescued my cats. I go into the rare finds phase. That's when I could spend these, but I'm gonna hold on to these either until the end of the game when I can see where all the spots are I need to fill, or if this perfect shape comes out, I'll probably jump on it. All right, so it is the end of the round. We need to do a few things. First of all, we move this down. We take away all of the cats that are still out in the field. We can reveal our next color, and it is purple. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about green right now, because green is at least 3. Ideally, it'd be 2 or 1, but we'll see. And then we need to fill up our fields again. So there's a blue. There's a purple. So we kind of want to stay away from purples. Here's a red. Another red. Another purple. Another blue. A yellow. And another purple. Okay, so there's really only 3 cats even out that I would consider picking up right now. So I need to keep that in mind. I can always rescue 1. And I have a half a basket, so I don't want to overspend on baskets right now. Let's go ahead and figure out what cards we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So this is an interesting one. This is 1 point if the dining room is empty. So that's this. Now essentially that is a net of 10 points because I have to leave it completely open. Actually, it's not even a net. It's a net of 8 points because I have to leave it completely open, which would be -5, and then the 2 rats that I failed to cover up is -2, so it's -7. Difference of 15 is a positive 8 points. Or we have this one here, which is interesting, 18 points if both of these rooms are empty. Now, I kind of wanted to leave this one empty because it's a red, and I don't want to put red, and I don't want to cover up. I mean, I guess I could cover this up with something else. This would be 5 and 5 is 10 and 12. So this is actually only 6 points net gain if I leave it completely empty. Here is another half basket. I will probably purchase that. And this one says 9 points if you have exactly 5 green cats on your boat, which I can probably do because I've already got 2. That's only 3 more. And then I've got this one. So I definitely don't want this one because that's the worst of the 2. I don't really need this one because it's kind of expensive. So we're going to keep these 3 and we'll consider this after we see what other cards we gain here. All right, definitely want that one. I do like my half baskets. So this is a public lesson now. So this one would go out in front of everybody. The trick in the in the solo mode is that I get these points halved. So this is 2 points per common treasure on your boat. Now I'm already gaining 1 here, so this is essentially like having another one of these, which isn't so bad because I am planning on putting a lot of treasures out on my boat. So there's 1, 2, I need to keep these separated. And this one's not bad either, gain 1 for each. So actually I'm gonna forego all of my basket options here and get some cards that can help me in the future. Ooh, this is very, very interesting. Okay, so let's count out the points that I want to spend here. I want all of these cards. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. If I went this one, it's 10. If I went this one, it's 14, and I'm only getting 6, which means I essentially could afford 2 over here, and I really only want 1. But then I would have a permanent basket for the future. This one is tough to pass up though. Alright, so I'm going to ditch this one. I'm going to take 2, 4, 6, 8, 14. So I only get 6 fish. It's a big spend, but I'm hopefully setting myself up for the later rounds. Plus, I don't want a ton of fish, because 4 points per unspent fish is a hefty penalty. Alright, so I spent all that. It would be silly not to go ahead and spend that to gain my extra So I have 2 permanent baskets now, which basically means I don't need to send my 2 half baskets in because I can't even afford 1 cat right now. So let me sort out my cards here. This is a public lesson, but I'm just going to put it over here so it doesn't get mixed up. All right. So right now I have 7. 7 fish. I have 0 speed. Let's see what the AI is doing. I'm sure they have more than that. Okay, so they're going first, and they're actually going to take 3 more cards because it's 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Put those up there. So they're definitely going first. They stay at first. They're taking the first cat, which is the only cat I was eyeballing. Okay. And then they're taking a 2 treasure. So these treasures here, the common treasures, are a finite stack. Once that stack runs out, it's gone. All right, so I am really going to be short-handed here. I pretty much just want this one so I can start working my way here. So let's see how this one would fit. If I put it there, I'm definitely giving her another point. If I put it there, remember, it has to touch something I've already started here. That was not too bad. I'd be able to fill in that, but that's really not that great of a fill in. I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world. That's just 2 common treasures. Oh, but I'm touching the edge of the boat again. And I can't do this. Corners don't count as touching. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pay for that cat. I just need to figure out how I want to place it on my board here. That looks nice, but I don't want to give her another point. It's just a lot of... That would be ideal right there. I guess it's really only 1 point. I could do something like this and hope that I can fill in later. So I'm at least covering up 1 rat that direction. Okay, that's how we're gonna put it in. I'm not a big fan of it, but it is what it is. All right, flipped over 1 of my permanent baskets. I'll be saving 2 fish. And yeah, I'm not ready to start filling in with treasures yet. Okay. All right, so I'm essentially done. The AI can do whatever the heck they want now. They're taking cat 4 and 3. It doesn't matter because I'm done. They're attacking cat 7 and Oshax 2. This does matter because they have stolen that Oshax away from me. And now they're switching cat 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then taking cat 2. But again, it doesn't matter because I'm not in the market for any cats. Okay. So these go away. That was a very slow round though. Okay. Let's see what they're working towards here. Green. Okay. Oh, you know what else? It's probably good that I did kind of go here. I need to somehow fit some more cats in here. Interesting. Because I have a lesson that says exactly 5 green cats on my boat. Okay. Alright, but cost me 2 fish. It would be 9 points. That's a nice chunk of points. Okay. Alright, so we know what that is. We did that. We need some more fish. All these L-shaped treasure tiles are not helping me out. There's another blue. So we know blue and gold are our best options for cats as far as not giving our sister points. Okay. So the question is, if I went there, I'm getting to 3. But I almost would completely block myself off from continuing a family here. And that would be a lonely cat. All right. So let's look at our cards first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, half basket. Discard any 2 lessons to gain a permanent basket. Let's hold on to this. This is 2 per Oshax. Nope. I don't think it's worth it right now, so we'll keep those 3. Let's see if we can't find a lesson that we don't mind just throwing away. All right, there is a half 1. There's an Oshax card. Here's a treasure card. Here's 12 points if there are no empty spaces at the edge of your boat. Now this one I'm willing to throw away. All right, so there's the 3 I'm keeping, and I get this one. All right, this one's free. I definitely want this one, and I need the lesson I'm going to throw away. I definitely want an Oshax and a treasure. And this is going to give me 3 baskets. So honestly, I don't even need these. I need some fish. So let's see how much we spent here. 2, 4, 6, 11. So I get 9 fish. It's a little bit better than last time. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see. I am going to go ahead and play my anytime card. To discard 2 lessons, I will discard this one, and I will discard this one because I no longer want to try and get 5 green cats. So I've discarded 2 lesson cards. I get to gain a 3rd permanent basket. This is the first time I think I've ever had 3 permanent baskets. Now you remember I gave up a card early on in the game which would have given me a significant amount of points if I had 3 permanent baskets, but I didn't think I could do it. Alright, so I'm not taking any speed. So again, I'm just giving the AI, and look at that. They don't have any speed either. If I had even a single boot, I would have won, but since they're already at the top, they stay at the top. Then they're going to get 2 more cards. All right, and they get to go first, so they're taking cat number 3. 1, 2, 3. Of course. Of course. It's like they know an Oshax. 1, 2, 3. Of course. All right. So I know I want that blue one, and I need this one. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 basket, 5 fish to put that there. Yeah, we're just going to risk it for right now. I got plenty of baskets. and I immediately gain a treasure. It's a common treasure. So let's use this one. No. Let's do this one. I like that better. Focus on filling up this room. Still hoping for a treasure that fits that room perfectly. I don't think I'm going to fill the hole. I may not even make it back to this room. Alright, solo AI, what are you doing, sis? She's taking cat number 2. 1, 2. It's fine, you can have the purple. And a 3-spot treasure. Okay. And then I'm going to take that blue card, the blue fish here for 3. And see, normally I would stick it like right there, but that would touch it on the edge. So I like that a little bit better. Okay, so there's our blue one. And we don't really care what they're doing here, except that they are taking a common treasure from us and cat number 2, which is this one. Okay, all right, so that round, the rescue cats phase is done. Do I want, the Oshaks are slipping fast. So let's see if any of these Oshaks fit perfectly into any of these spaces, like right there. See, that is really nice. It would be a cat touching the edge, but man, I do really like how that fit right there. So I think we're going to do it. I think we're just going to go ahead and use that card now because the AI is stealing up all the Oshakses. Now, anytime you place an Oshaks card, you need to pick what color it belongs to. They're like this wild color, but you need to declare after you place them down what they're going to be, so they're going to match these two guys right here. Okay. And I also want to go ahead and steal one of these big long ones before I lose it. So I'm going to spend this one to take this, put it right. Actually, I'm going to put it right here to fill like that. Yeah, because I'm going to try and keep the blues out of the edge, right? No, I'm getting more points for common treasures, so let's wait. I'm going to take this back. All right. Okay, 2 more rounds to go. Orange. Okay, so we know that's blue. Blue is going to be the best color to have on our boat. Red, don't want you, don't want you. I could live with you. And don't really want you anymore. I want you, not you. I could take you and you. Alright. Alright, so these guys are expensive, but I'm okay with having a large yellow family. So let's see here. I don't need baskets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could use some lessons. That would be easy for me to score, so I don't need that one. 7 points if you have exactly 6 lesson cards. Ooh. Now I discard 2, so I only have 2 right now, but that counts as 1. But this one does not. So let's just keep that one handy because I've got more lessons here. Place your next cat or treasure anywhere on your boat. That's kind of handy. Pick a color. All players get... This is another public lesson. And for me, it would only be worth 2.5 points. But 2.5 points is 2.5 points. This is another one. All players get, pick a color, all players get 3 points per lonely cat. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Alright, so those are my 3 I'm keeping for right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and I don't need any, I don't feel like I need any of these baskets. It's not worth spending the fish on 10 points if you have no visible rats on your boat. Now, I don't get penalized for that, but it's a lesson I can keep in front of me. So right now, this gives me 3 lessons. This one's 2.5 points, so why wouldn't I? And I am going to keep this one just in case. So that's really just 6. So I'm getting 14. Okay. All right, and I potentially could purchase, well, I definitely need some more common treasure on my boat. I definitely want that one. So yeah, let's go for it. There's lots here. So I'm gonna bring out these plus my 3, so I've got a speed of 3. I can rescue 4 cats if I can afford it. So let's see what the AI is doing. They're only coming with speed of 1, so I'm actually gonna claim this back, and they're gonna get 2 more cards. And I get to go first. So I'm gonna spend my half basket first and buy this 1 blue one, because that's the most important color for me. And I think we are going to go ahead and do this. We're going to give her 1 more point, but it gives us a common treasure, which I will then use to just about finish up this room. And that was important, because I'm now going to, no wait, I'm going to wait a minute to do that. All right. So now they get cat 5, which would have been the blue one. But instead it's this red one. They can have the red one. And they're taking rare. Number 4 is a rare treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to use one of my 3 free baskets to capture. Does this one fit nicely just right there? Yes, I like that. Even though it's not really helping me close out these rooms, that's what I need to remember. But I can remember that it fits right there, and it covers up 2 rats. So yeah, let's go for it. You know what? I kind of like this other one too. So I'm going to take that one. And I'm also going to play this card. So that was 3. And I'm going to take this one. So that was 8. 8 fish I needed to spend. And I'm going to throw you in right there. Try and get this room now. Okay. I have 4 fish at the moment. Okay, so what are they taking? They're taking cat number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means this one. So basically took the one I wanted. And rare 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I really don't want any of these cats. Because if I pick the red one, that's 5 points to them. And if it's lonely, it's 5 more points. Right now, I don't have any lonely cats on my boat. I am going to play this to draw 2 cards. It doesn't explicitly say in the rulebook that you have to pay for these when you draw them, but I'm assuming you do. 9 points if you have exactly 5 orange cats on your boat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey. Okay. Well, I will take that. that's 2 fish. And this one is gain 1 for each lesson card in front of you. Now that does not count as the public lessons, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd be spending 2 to get 4. So that's a 2-point exchange. Why not? I've got 2, spend 2. I'll use it immediately to get 4. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 2 more lessons. 2 more private lessons. Got all these treasure cards, which I'm not quite ready to spend yet. Okay. All right, so they officially... Question is, do I want to bank on... That purple one is intriguing because I could do something with it, but then if a purple one doesn't come out, if I can't get it, then I basically gave her 9 points. Yeah, we are not going to risk it. Okay, so... Oh yeah. Oh, they're taking a... Oop. Alright. So we know what this one is. We know it's blue. Move to the last round there. And we need our last groupings of cats. So we want blues. Lots of blues. Let's try. Ooh, look at that. Alright. Oh, but I have to wait till the end of the round to play that. He could take it. There's a blue. There's another blue. Okay. And a green. That's not helpful. There's one purple. A green. Nope, don't want green. There's another blue. And a blue. Okay. So lots of blues. Good. Alright. So right now I can rescue 3 of the 4 blue fish, so maybe I do want to track down a way to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I do need 2 more lessons, so I feel like I need to save that. Definitely save that. Ooh, don't need that. Oshaks will be very helpful right now in filling out my boat. So I am going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Reach a rare treasure on your boat. What's this one? Pick a color, gain 1 for each cat of the chosen color on your boat. That could help me get the fish I need to buy all this stuff. Here is the one more basket I need. And I don't need any more baskets. So what's this one? Is it a lesson? No. Discard 1 permanent basket to gain 5 fish. No. Alright. So here I am spending 2, 4, 6, 8, 13. So I'm getting 7. I'm immediately going to play this to draw 2 cards. Move up to 3 cats to different fields. And there's my 6th lesson, so I need to pay for these with 3 more. Okay, whew. Alright, so I definitely need some fish here. Okay. So let's... Got all of this stuff here. I am going into the round with a speed of 1. Let's see what the AI is doing. They have a speed of 2, so they're going to take it back from me. And then they're getting 2 more cards. Ooh, I really want that rare treasure. Okay. All right, so they're taking cat number 2. Oh, they took blue and rare to... This is so frustrating. Okay. All right. Listen. Okay. Pick a color. Gain 1 fish for each cat of the chosen color on your boat. I'm going to choose orange. I have 5 orange. So that is 5 fish. Okay. Then I will spend this basket to claim this guy right here for 3 fish. And obviously I lose out on the family-ness there. Buy that guy. Or if I buy this guy and put him there, this guy can just go like this. Okay. All right. I like that. Okay, so what are you doing, jerk of a sister? You're taking cat 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course. Of course you took that one. And cat number 2. Oh, so frustrating. So frustrating. All right, I'm going to spend this. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to spend this to move cats to a different field. 1, 2, 3. Make them all cheap. All right, so then I'm going to buy this guy here for 3. Okay. What are they doing? Oshak, cat 8, which is just this green one, and Oshak's 1. Hopefully that's not the one I needed, and they're finally done. Okay, so I've got 2 more baskets, and I've got 7 fish. So I think I do need to go ahead and purchase these 2 purple cats here and get them in here as best as possible. I'm going to want to put that there. Okay, I just wanted to see. Okay, so I know the AI is not going to take these from me because they're done. So I'm going to spend my 6 and claim both of these. So I'm going to put you right... Well, no. Should I just give her another? I think I do. Yeah, cover up some of those rats. They're not lonely. I'm giving her 1 point. Okay. Alright, so moving on to the rare treasure finds. I definitely need one of these Oshaks here to try and fill this in without... I don't like you. Yeah, this will work. Okay. So I'm making you blue. Good, so I connected my blue family. That was good. And now I've got all of these treasures that I need to fill up here, 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 and here. So one of these is going to be this big long rare treasure there. Another one is going to be this perfect treasure I was eyeballing that whole time. Oh, and I need to fill up those too. So wait. Take one of these back. All right, take any two small treasures. Or pay one to take any two common treasures. I'm going to pay one and pick any two common treasures I feel like. There we go. Boom, boom. Alright, and this is any two common treasures. So I'm going to pick two more of these singles. See how handy these little treasures are? Boom and boom. Alright, and then last thing I have is I can take this one back and I can put it right there. It really doesn't matter. There we go. Okay. So I only have 1, 2, 3 rooms empty. That's not the end of the world. I don't want fish. I don't need that. And I don't want fish. So I'm done with those. All right. And let me separate out my public lessons from my private lessons. All right, let's do some scorekeeping. You can see here now that I got crushed in the live playthrough, 68 to 29. So hopefully we did better this time. All right, let me go through and do sis first, and then we'll do me. See if we catch up. All right, red. I have 0 red cats, so she gets 0 points here. Purple. I have 2 purple cats. Times 4 is 8. Green. I have 2 green cats. Times 3 is 6. Orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Times 2 is 10. And blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1 is 5. See how interesting this AI works, that she is scoring off of what I chose to put in my boat, which I think is a very unique, maybe it's not super unique, but fantastic AI system. Okay. So rare treasures. She doesn't do rare treasures, so let's just start going through her things. 2 points per cat in the largest family. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's still 5 times 2 is 10. Just get 10 points there. 4 points per unspent fish. That's 0. 5 points per lonely cat. That is 0. 1 point per cat touching the edge of the boat. 1 here. 2 here. 3 here. I feel like I did pretty good with that. So just 3 points there. And that's it. So her grand total is not going to be 68. It's going to be 21, 29, 39, 42. All right. So I can cover this up now here. Let's see what I was able to do. Blue family is a family of 5, so that's 15. Green family is a family of 2, doesn't score. Orange family is a family of 5, so that's another 15. Purple family doesn't score. Red family, don't have any. Rare treasures, I have 1, 2. Times 3 is 6. Now for my lessons. This hopefully is what puts me over the edge, because right now I'm at 36, but I'm losing 15. So I'm like 21 right now. Actually, 20, 19, 18. I'm at 17 points right now. All right. 1 point per 2 cats touching the edge of the boat. So I actually have 3 cats touching the edge of the boat. So that's just 1 point. 9 points if you have exactly 5 red cats on the boat. I don't, but that doesn't matter. I kept this in front of me for a reason. 9 points if you have exactly 5 orange cats on the boat. So that is exactly 5, so I'm going to turn that 1 into a 10. 10 points if you have no visible rats on the boat. Couldn't do that. I got close. I have 4 visible rats. 7 points if you have exactly 6 lesson cards in front of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's another 7. And 1 point per common treasure on your boat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, public lessons. Oh, when I picked this, I should have picked a color. Obviously, I would have picked orange because I already had 5 orange. My apologies. Since it was a public lesson, pick a color needed to happen as soon as you played it, but I got all mixed up. So, but I do have 5 or more. I already had 5 orange, so 3 or more, yes. So it's 5 points there, plus 2 points per common treasure on your boat, which we already know is 7. So that's 12 more points from public lessons. All right, so we know I have minus 4 points for rats and minus 15 points for rooms. So let's do the math here. This is basically a wash. So this is 15, 25, 31, 38, 45, 57 minus 4 is 53. So redemption, ladies and gentlemen, redemption on YouTube for losing my video footage, redemption on my sister who thwarted me earlier today. That is how you play solo Isle of Cats. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.